Hello, I am Dr. Zakir Hussain, Senior ENT Consultant, and the topic is nasal encephalocele. So, nasal encephalocele, if you see this picture, you have a good idea. After that, let us go into the details. So, nasal encephalocele is a condition where the brain tissue, this is the brain and this is the nasal cavity, the brain tissue herniates into the nasal cavity. Why? Because there is a congenital defect in the skull base, and through this defect the brain tissue will be seen herniating into the nasal cavity. So, this is a congenital condition and there is herniation of the brain into the nasal cavity, and this polyp or mass which you see in the nasal cavity, it contains brain tissue, and which can be, this encephalocele can be of two types. So, before that, let me go through this. It is a congenital condition characterized by herniation of cranial contents through a defect in the skull base, and the polyp or the mass which you see is composed of brain tissue, and you have two types. One is a sincipital type where the brain tissue seen herniating outside the nose, that is extranasal type, which is called a sincipital type. If it is seen inside the nose, it is termed as basal type. So, this basal type, the size of the polyp, it differs. It can be small or it can be very big, completely obstructing the nose also. So, the common presentation, the complaint of the newborn baby will be, what we see is depends upon the size of the nasal mass. The size is big, then it will be resulting in nasal block, which will result in breathing difficulty. And we would like to do a nasal endoscopy, flexible nasal endoscopy, and we have special endoscope just to be used only in neonates. When we do an endoscopy, we can see a bluish soft polyp. I will not mention a mass, as a polyp, and this polyp can be seen enlarging in size when the child cries. Why? Because this polyp is nothing but it's a herniation of the brain content. So, it's got a direct contact with the brain tissue. So, whenever the child cries, it will become bigger in size. We will not manipulate this polyp at all, because in case we manipulate it, it may lead to fits, or even it can spread infection from the nose into the brain tissue. That's why. So, to reconfirm, we like to do an MRI scan, and CT scan is going to be helpful when we plan for a surgery. Sure, we are going to do a surgery because the only way to treat is surgery. That's why. So, in short, we need MRI scan and CT scan both for better mapping for surgery. Now, the only treatment for this is surgery, where the part which is seen in the nasal cavity will be removed and the defect in the skull base will be completely closed, and it is transnasal without any scar outside, transnasal through the nose and with the help of an endoscope, with the help of a pediatric endoscope. The skull base surgeon will be doing it. Why we should do it? Because if you don't do it, like how I have mentioned, the chance of fits will be more, seizures or convulsions will be more, and the chances of getting recurrent infection, that is mainly meningitis, is going to be increased. That's why we have to do surgery. So, this is how nasal endoscopy will be managed. Thank you so much.